Okay, so tonight I wanted to talk about coach placement because it's confusing and there's a lot of strategy behind it. And if you mess it up, it's just super annoying and can haunt you for the rest of your business. So I've made mistakes. I know Jessica's made mistakes. And our goal is to keep you from making the same mistakes that we did. I was really trying to figure out the best way to approach this topic. And it's just hard and confusing. And so I was going to kind of just use my whiteboard. If I need to, I can share my screen and log in to the Coach Online office to show you things. This presentation, really, I just want it to be interactive because I know you have questions. And so let's just make it interactive as I'm talking. And if you have questions, please feel free to ask them because like I said, there's a lot of different layers. I'm going to give you some information, but as you continue to advance and rank, there's going to be other situations in which I'm going to give you more information, but I'm going to try not to overwhelm you because it can be a lot. So first off, can everyone see this? Yeah? How come I'm only seeing Laura? Are y'all only seeing Laura on the main screen? No? Are you just seeing me? We don't know.
I'm just seeing you.
You're just seeing you? Okay, well, I don't know what's being recorded right now to just being recorded as Laura, but let me see if I can make it me. Here we go. Spotlight video. Okay, so I just want to make sure what I'm being recorded is me and not just Laura because, sorry, Laura, you're beautiful, but I want to make sure everybody sees this. Okay, so with Beachbody, it's a binary system. So here you are, you at the top, right? And then you will be adding coaches to your right leg or your left leg. So here's how it works. You only have options to add people to one side or the other. Up above you, you're going to be having coaches that are also only going to be able to add right or left. So when you first start as a coach, you may notice there's some people being added. There's some people being added. There's some people being added. And the first questions I get from some people are like, hey, I'm seeing coaches beneath me, but they're not mine, so do I need to worry about that? And no, you don't need to worry about that. That's coaches above you that are adding coaches underneath you, okay? So you don't have to worry about them. They're not your personally sponsored coaches. They'll come into play later with our personal volume. So again, you'll be seeing them unless in the Coach Online office they have a PS, which stands for personally sponsored, they're not yours. So if you are seeing coaches being added underneath you on one leg, you know that's my strong leg. So that means all of the coaches above you, again, they can only add to the right or left. They're adding coaches underneath you. And all that volume is going to help you when you start advancing in rank and you can start bonusing. So again, if you're questioning, okay, which one's my strong leg? Which one's my weak leg? The one where coaches up above you and even beneath you are adding is your strong leg. So as a coach, your goal as you first sign up, let me go ahead and review up here. Okay. When you first sign up, your first goal is to add a coach on your right leg and your left leg. And then when that happens, you'll be officially an Emerald coach. Jessica has a great video in our Push to Emerald group about benefits of being an Emerald coach, all the things that are required. But the best thing about it is that you start being able to team bonus cycle. So as an Emerald coach, you start earning $14 when you have a team bonus cycle. So again, let's say this is my strong leg. Coaches up above me are adding. Coaches beneath me, I don't know anything about them. Yeah, they're on our team or they may not even be on our team, but I know all this volume is helping and adding me up. This one is my weak leg where I'm going to try to start building on my own because whenever I have 200 volume on my strong leg and 100 volume on my weak leg, I get $14 team bonus cycle, which again, $14 at the beginning, you're like, $14, really, that's not going to add up. But let me tell you, it starts adding up quickly. So as a coach, your goal is, again, your strong leg is being built for you. So all that volume, you're going to start seeing it. Your goal is to start building that weak leg. Because again, we want to make sure that every 100 we have here and 200, we get that team bonus cycle. But as a new coach, here is the strategy that I think is the best for you, because what usually happens is that, again, as a new coach, our main goal first right off the bat is to become an emerald. So we want to add somebody on one leg and somebody on the other. So Beachbody automatically does it for you. Though I think they already go ahead and give you that first placement, and then it automatically switches over to the other side, and then it stays there. What I would like for you to do as a coach, which I think is a good way to do it, is you can adjust where you place a coach. And I'll go in and show you this, but I think you should do add a coach here, add a coach here, add a coach here, add a coach here. You're going to start adding up, because your next rank, really, that's going to be big, is Ruby, but kind of a lot of people skip the Ruby and they get to be Diamond. And in order to be Diamond, you have to have 4 coaches on each leg, and then 2 of them have to be Emerald. So what happened to me, and I think what happened to Jessica too, is I was so concerned about building up my weak leg that I had all these coaches on my weak leg, and then it was like, oh wait, I need some coaches on my strong leg in order for me to qualify as Diamond. Had I done it right, I could have advanced to Diamond way sooner. But again, I was so worried about getting that team bonus cycle and adding everybody to my weak leg that it put back my rank advancement to Diamond. So if I were you, I would add your first coach, it'll automatically bring your second coach to the other side, and then just alternate back and forth until you get 8. Does that make sense? Yes. I'm going to go with yes. If you have questions, you can ask. Secondly, that's what I want to talk about. Active coach, weak or strong. Okay, so then the other thing that people ask me, okay, what if I have just a discount coach? Where should I place them versus somebody who really wants to run the business and go? Here's what you should do with that. Discount coaches, if they don't really think they're going to do the business, I would put them on your strong leg. Okay, because again, they're probably just doing discount because they want the Shakeology. They're going to get that 90 PV, again, 90 going towards that 200. If you know they're just going to be a discount coach, I'd put them on your strong leg because their volume really isn't going to help you. If you have somebody who's like, let's do this, let's hit the ground running, they should go on your weak leg because, again, they're going to be producing volume. That's going to help you team bonus cycle more. Let me just tell you, I have really strong coaches, Jessica, on my strong leg, which is great and works out for her, but it would have been really beneficial had I put her on my weak leg. Again, my weak leg isn't that weak. You know, we say weak and it sounds like it has a negative connotation, but it's not because I'm building. Now all of my attention is on my weak leg. What's really building my strong leg is coaches up above me and Jessica and her coaches, but like my weak leg really isn't my weak leg anymore because that's the one that I'm building. So again, if you have somebody that you think is going to run the business, I would put them on your weak leg. You're going to benefit from that volume. One of the main things that I think is super important, and I still struggle with this mindset sometimes, is that you want to begin with the end in mind. So think about the long-term vision of where you want to go with this business when you're placing coaches. And another one that I will talk about too that I did not do and I wish I had done from the get-go, and my coach told me to do it, and I was like, well, I don't know, is adding a husband, a spouse, a family member, adding them immediately. So again, to help you get to Emerald, you want to sign up. One of them should be a family member or spouse, like hands down should be. I should have done that. I should have had, Jessica was my first coach that I signed, and I should have had my husband, Ryan. Boom, weak leg, should have done it. But I was like, well, I don't really know. I'm going to wait and see what happens. I don't really want to, I know he wants to do Shakeology, but I don't really know. It's kind of an investment. I don't know if I want to do him. Should have done it. Okay, so my next coach is Genevieve, who killing it. She's doing awesome. Love it. She's building. I didn't even add Ryan, I don't think, until like 3 or 4 months into the business, which is fine. I've still added him on my weak leg. But now, as I'm trying to build his business, instead of benefiting from again, Genevieve has this leg. So his strong leg is my weak leg. Instead of having all this volume up here, he is way down here. So again, not super detrimental, but had I had him up here, I could have benefited from more volume. So if I could go back and do it again, I would have immediately signed him up right away from the get-go. So again, begin with the end in mind. At the beginning, I was like, God, I just don't know. Should I add him now? I'll add him later. Should have added him at the beginning. It would have been better. So any questions on spouse placement? The other thing with spouse placement that people ask, do I put my spouse on my strong leg or do I put them on my weak leg? So there's two different thoughts on that. You can Google, there's lots of different videos. There's a lot of different things, the way you can handle this. So again, strong leg, one that's being built above me. Build, 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 build. Coaches up above me are adding. And then this is my weak leg that I'm responsible for building. Everybody's going to have to build their own weak leg on their own. That's their responsibility. But where do you put your spouse? Do you put him on your strong leg or do you put him on your weak leg? I'm still not 100% sure on the way to go on this, to be very honest. I think there's benefits to both. So if you're like, oh crap, I put him on my strong leg, or oh crap, I put him on my weak leg, honestly, just sign up a spouse because it's going to be beneficial any way you go. And let me tell you why. Okay, so if you sign up a spouse and you sign him up on your strong leg, again, all of this volume up here is being built for you. People are adding coaches. So now both of your strong legs are the same, my right leg and my spouse's right leg, okay? So you can build your weak leg. Great, great, great. I'm building my weak leg. And then you, if your spouse is in it to win it or you're running the business for him, you can start building his weak leg too. And now he's getting the benefit from that strong leg. And then you're also getting the benefit from the weak leg. And you're going to help him bonus when he becomes an emerald. So that's one way to do it. For me, I put Ryan on my weak leg. And the reason I did that was because now I am a 2-star diamond. And when that happens, you get to open up a second business center. Again, super confusing, not trying to overwhelm you with too much information, but again, just trying to give you information so that you can think long-term vision. So what that means is when I open up a second business center, I'm a coach underneath myself, which is kind of cool. So where I opened it, this is Ryan. He's actually further down because, again, I didn't add him right away. But I opened my second business center on his weak leg. Okay? So, again, technically, this left side is my weak leg, but I'm building it so it's strong. It's his strong leg. I'm building it and strong. His weak leg is what I have to build for him too. So now I've opened a second business center on his weak leg. So again, what the benefit of that is, in my second business center, when I sell a challenge pack and I sell Shakeology and I make $32, right? When I get up to Ryan, he's going to make 14 in that team bonus cycle, basically, because that's about 100, almost 100 PV, and he'll have a 200 here. And then me up above as a diamond, I'll be making 18. So the difference is we're kind of like triple dipping. I'm making a commission, he's going to team bonus cycle, and I'm going to team bonus cycle at the top. So that's the benefit of having a spouse on your weak leg, is that all of this volume helps me up here. Does that make sense? Sort of ish. But again, if I had him on my strong leg, it would still be beneficial. Like I actually have my mom on my strong leg, and the goal for that is at some point I'll build her business, and she has this strong leg that's being built. All that volume is just stacking up, waiting. So I think that's something that's also confusing for people, that they feel like, oh great, like I have to build my weak leg and I'm losing out on all the strong leg volume. You never lose out on it. It's like cell phone rollover minutes. You never lose it. So if you'll see your leg building, and maybe you're not at emerald yet and you're not able to team bonus cycle, it's okay. The minute you advance in rank and are able to team bonus cycle, you will be able to carry over all that volume, which I think is awesome. Another reason why I love Beachbody as a company, they are the epitome of the abundance mentality. They share the wealth so well, which is why I think they're doing so well, because when you have that mentality, it just keeps paying forward. The way they have this set up is just, it's unbelievable. Their compensation plan is just, it's crazy what you can do with it. So again, really what I want you to know is that you're going to have a leg built for you. If you're not sure which leg is your strong leg, ask your upline sponsor. So that your coach that you signed up with, they'll be able to tell you which one is going to be your strong leg. And then everybody is responsible for building a weak leg. And again, a weak leg sounds bad, but I promise you it's not. Like my weak leg isn't a weak leg because that's where I'm building. I'm building. But again, the goal eventually is you want to be evened out or as close to evened out as possible. Is that possible? I don't know, because some strong legs, it's like, whoo, I got to really build that weak leg. But again, every time you have a 200 and a 100, you team bonus cycle. So the more you can even out that weak leg to your strong leg, the better off financially you'll be. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, so then another thing I want to talk about, let's say you signed up a coach and for some reason you signed up one coach and they went here. And then you're like, okay, I'm ready to sign up another coach. And then they ended up going here. And you're like, dang it, I should have had them here so I could advance to Emerald. What do? You have, now Jessica, correct me on this. It used to be 3, now it's 5. It's 5 business days. So you can email Coach Relations and say, I would like to move this coach. You give them their coach ID number. I would like to move them in this spot. And I'll show you how to do that, where you figure out where the spot is. And then, again, it has to be within 5 business days of signing up. So if it's been 2 weeks, then they're kind of stuck. So that's why it's really good to go in and see where you have placement so that if you need to make an adjustment, you can because you have those 5 business days. Let me go in and show you on my screen how to adjust where your coach placement is. But first off, do we have any questions before I show you my screen? Does it make sense? I'm going to take the silences. Yes. Okay. So let me share my screen and then show you how you can change placement. Let's see. Okay. And don't judge me. I have like about 1 million windows open. So, okay. Can you see my screen? This like muted isn't very fun for me right now. Yes. Okay, thank you. So I'm going to go to my coach online office. Let's see. I think I have it right now. I'm logged into Ryan's account. So you can see that. I haven't really done much with Ryan's account. So we'll just show you it because this will probably be a little bit cleaner than mine. So how do you look at where your genealogy is? How do you get to see that little thing? So you go to My Business, My Downline, and then you scroll over to Graphical Genealogy. Okay? So then it's going to come up here. So again, I'm in my husband's account, Ryan McAfee. You see here I am on my second business center, but I'm not personally, you see there's no PS. That's just a coach. Again, I added myself from up above, but I added myself on his weak leg. As you go down, you see additional coaches. But what I want you to see is, let's see. You can keep scrolling. Like we have Sarah, who's an Emerald. You can keep clicking the arrow down. Or if you want to get all the way down, you just go to bottom left. Yep. Okay. So then what I want you to see is, I guess his placement must be on the other leg. But these little guys outlined in blue, right, are open spots in the genealogy. Now, what I want you to know is that you should always add somebody to the far outside leg. You never really want to add anybody here because then they're not going to have the benefit of having a strong leg. So it's called a far and wide placement strategy. So again, always want to be on the outside of either your left leg or the outside of your right leg. There's other ways to do it where you can go on the inside, but again, that's way further down the line in the vision. Right now, just think about far and wide. So let's say for him, the next coach placement, I would want it to be far and wide. I don't know why it's not working. Well, I'm clicking, but it's not allowing me to change it. Normally it will come up. Let me try again. Let me see. I should have just gone into my own personal one, but let's see. Go to bottom right. Okay, so again, I don't know why it's not allowing me to set preferred placement. So let me go log out. Sorry, guys.
Hey, it's because you have the search, not the preferred placement tab.
Ahaha, thank you. Thank you for that. That's a good little catch. I'm like, why is it not allowing me to do that? So again, preferred placement. Did you see that? I had it on search and it was like not allowing me to do that. So preferred placement. Now I'm going to go to my bottom left. Fabulous. Okay, so let's say the next coach that signs up, I want them to go again far and wide on his strong, let's say it's his strong leg. And I'm still there. Okay, so I'd click this little guy. Still not wanting to do it. Okay, well, his business center clearly hates me. I don't know why his isn't working. So this is not a good example. My apologies. Let me go into mine. Sign out. I'll go into my new business center because it's a little bit more clean. Maybe that will make more sense. Okay, coach online office. It gets confusing when you have like a million sign-ons between you, your husband, your second business center. Oops. Thank you for being patient with me. Okay. We will wait, we will wait. Okay, so again, my business, my downline, graphical genealogy, and this is my business center. So I just opened it. I signed Kelly. She's my personally sponsored. But now you see I have my little red person. And then again, this is showing that this is the next scheduled for preferred placement. So let's say I wanted to change it and I want to put it on the outside. Again, I have options with Kelly. Do I put it here or do I here? Again, far and wide placement. So I would click on that. Again, I don't know why it's not working. Maybe it doesn't like me while I'm doing Zoom. But normally I would click this and a little screen would come up and say, are you sure this is where you want to put your preferred placement? I would click OK. And the little red outlined man would come and move over here. Again, not sure why it's not working right now. I have no idea, but that's what would happen. And then the little red man would move and I would know that I changed my placement. But as of now, my next coach that I sign up is going to go on this side. And then my next business center will advance to Emerald. Again, I'll be adding one side, one side, one side, one side. I'm trying to get to that next step of Diamond, or placing myself in a good position to get to Diamond. Again, to get to Diamond, you have to have a coach on either side become an Emerald of their own. Does that make sense? I'm sorry, I don't know why it's not allowing me to change preferred placement. Normally that's how you do it. Again, clicking on the person and then it'll open up for you. Maybe it just doesn't like the fact that I'm sharing my screen on Zoom. Not sure what's going on. But while I'm here, you can do my downline, and it's great for you to do just while we're here so you can see sponsorship drill down. Again, I should probably have done a different, my first business center, because it'll show you all the coaches that you have. And then there'll also be little plus buttons that you can click on and it'll show you their coaches. So you're able to see like as many levels down of coaches that you have as well. So when you're looking for a coach, whether you're wondering like, are they on my right or on my left, you can do that sponsorship drill down and it'll show it for you. Okay, so what questions do we have that I can answer for you on coach placement? There is strategy involved. It can get super confusing, but let me know what questions you have and I can try to answer them now.
Hey, Raquel.
Yes.
So I have my husband, John, on my left leg. And then I have someone that is just wanting, I have a coach on my right leg, but I have someone that's wanting to just be a discount coach. Should I, because right now the only personal volume that's on my left leg is John, who's only getting Shakeology. Should I add that discount coach to my left leg so that I get that 100 or more personal volume between the two of them?
So you have Camille is on your strong, right? And then John is on your weak, your left.
Right.
Technically, what you really want to do is you want to start adding those discount coaches on to your strong leg just for placement wise, you'll have your 4, but again, they're not producing a lot of volume. But for you right now, I would probably put them, again, you have Camille, you have John, I would put them probably on your weak leg so that you can start getting a team bonus cycle. But again, as you start getting business building coaches, it would be in your best interest right now to put them on your weak leg.
Okay.
But for you, for that instance, I would probably say just put her there right now. That would be a good way to go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else?
Okay. Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
It's Carla. My daughter is wanting to buy Shakeology, and I was just going to order for her, but now hearing this, maybe I need to sign her up as a discount coach.
I would sign her up as a discount coach. Again, begin with the end in mind. If your business takes off, which it will, you might want to run a business under her and then allow her to benefit from it as well. If I were you, I would sign her up as a discount coach. Again, do it now, and I promise you it will be beneficial later. She'll be able to get Shakeology at a discount, and then again, if you ever want to run a business through her, she'll benefit from that.
Okay. What about my husband? Because I have just been buying and, he's using whatever I'm doing.
So if I were you, I would sign up your daughter on your strong leg, and I would sign up your husband on your weak leg. Again,
Okay.
That's just the route that I would take. Again, if your daughter ever wants to do it or you want to run it through her, she'll have that super strong leg and you can build on the weak. And then the same thing with your husband. You can build on his inside weak leg. That's the route that I would take. But yeah, I would definitely do that.
So just like to reiterate, so when Raquel is saying build a business underneath someone else, they may be somebody who never ever builds a business. So like for instance, like Lindsay Matway, who is our like top dog upline coach, her husband makes 6 figures alone by his little coaching self, and he has 0 to do with the business. That's just her putting people underneath him, creating that volume, doing that triple dipping that she was talking about.
Yeah.
So that's kind of just like a bigger picture of where you're going. That
She's
so
setting
like
up for her husband, her 2 brothers, and none of them have ever run the business. She does it for them, and they have just benefited from that as well. But yeah.
so Carla, your husband could be just making bank by doing nothing at all.
Yes.
So,
What else?
Okay, I haven't signed anybody up as a coach yet. So my husband, I'm still working on getting him back onto Shakeology.
Mhm.
Like he drank it and then he kind of got off the train. Should I still sign him up as a coach?
I would sign him up too. And like, if he's not going to do Shakeology, because I know for some people it's an investment. And honestly, that was my deal. I was like, well, I don't really know if my husband's going to drink it all the time and it's not going to be a waste, which he does now. And again, I wish I would have done it, but it's just 50 PV. So that could literally be, my husband also does the protein shakes by Beachbody, the performance line. It could be literally the protein shake. If he just wanted a protein shake and he wasn't on board Shakeology, which should be because we want him to live forever and be healthy, but he could literally just do that and be considered active. Even if he's not active, sign him up so he locks in that spot. Like, why didn't I do that? Again, it's all about where you are in the genealogy, and like he could be, banking all of that volume for later. Like I just feel like, again, beginning with the end in mind, bigger vision, I would totally sign him up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. What else? Laura, I know you had questions. Did I answer all of them? I tried to cover what we talked about.
Yes, you did. Yeah. Thank you. It makes sense. Because I also had, as you were doing that, I was going on my screen too and kind of following. And so it totally makes sense. Because honestly, I never even clicked on graphical genealogy, which I probably should have, by this time. So it's good to see, where placement goes and really to start thinking about that stuff.
Yeah,
so I'm excited. I signed up Scott right away. So I'm excited about that I did something right.
Yeah.
With going back like you, of course I would have done things differently, but yeah, I'm Scott's like right here. So I'm excited.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And then I think I looked at you, Laura, too. And I think you were evenly on your strong and your weak. Like I think you have 4 coaches each side. You might have more now. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But I was like, that's so good because Jessica and I both, we had like stacked one leg, I think our weak leg. And it was like, why did we do that? We had enough to go to diamond, but we didn't have enough on our strong leg. So we forgot to be thinking about that. So that's why I say go back and forth to set yourself up solidly. And then again, as you advance in rank and when you become diamond, we can talk about what becomes a strong diamond. They say having 6 people on your strong leg, 6 coaches, you want to have like 2 emeralds and 6 coaches, and then everybody else should be shoved to your weak leg. Like that's really all that you want. And again, for me, for my strong leg, I have Jessica and I have Catherine, but the rest on my strong leg are discount. Because again, I just need a spot there, a placement, but they're not really going to be doing a lot of volume for me. So people that are going to be doing a lot of volume, I have on my other side. Again, you still, as you advance in rank, and again, I don't want to blow your mind too much, but when you become starting 1-star, 2-star, you have to, in order to be 2-star, you have to have a diamond on each side. So it's okay. Like I was like, man, Jessica, if I had all your volume, I'd be like banking, right? But it's still good that I have her on my strong side, because in order to be 2-star, I need to have a business builder on both sides. Yes. And when you become 5-star, you need to have 2 business builders and 3 on the other. So again, you don't want to place all of just your discount coaches on your strong leg. You still want to have some good people that are in it to win it on your strong leg to help you advance as you move further.
Perfect. I know I just made Scott an emerald, so I can get quicker to diamond, but have you ever made Ryan a diamond?
So that's what I need
possible?
to do. Honestly, again, I'm not thinking like, also for you, Laura, this is what you should do, because you are really good at, I don't know why I didn't think about this until just now. You are clearly very good at sales. You should literally hit SC10 or even SC5. I know that by this point you want to be like an SC10 all-star or whatever, but then after that, you need to run everything. Is he on your weak leg?
He's actually on my strong.
Okay,
so that was a mistake.
really
Yeah.
I was going to say, because other than that, that's a benefit of having him your weak leg. Once you hit Success Club 5, everything should run under that weak leg, because then you could be bonusing off of that volume.
Meaning whenever I get challengers, I sign them up under him?
Yes.
Okay.
But you know what, Laura, now that you have him as an emerald, you can still start to do it on his other leg, like on his inside, because you'll start creating that team volume for him, even though he's on your strong. Does that
Have
make
you
sense?
set up his bio and before or after pick?
So he turned emerald without me doing that. So I guess they maybe did away with that.
You
as
can
a requirement,
but you won't be eligible for the team bonus cycle.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
It doesn't need. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So just make sure. I haven't done it for Ryan either. I literally have done nothing with Ryan, and I should have been this whole time. I'm like, I don't know what I was doing, especially because he's on my weak leg. But I should have hit SC5 and then run everything through him.
Okay.
But again, please learn from my mistakes. Don't do that. But yeah, make sure you get a bio set up for him, and then just start helping him team bonus too. And he could become one of your diamonds. Like, I'm still trying to figure out whether or not I want him to become a diamond or my second business center to become a diamond. Like, ultimately, I want him to become a diamond. I want myself to become a diamond underneath myself, because I can still, that will work, if that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah. Again, a lot of strategy. It can be super confusing. If you have questions, like, ask us, because I still ask my upline sponsor, and she's like a mastermind behind this like stuff. Like, sometimes I'm like, whoa, you blow my mind with this. I would never think to do that. So as you would continue to advance, ask us, because we would love to help you with that. We want to help you make the most money as you possibly can, because you're already doing good things. Like, how do we maximize yourself and put yourself up in a position for success? Cool. What else?
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so I went on the old spot that you told us to go on, and it shows that I'm inactive. Is that just because I've been a coach and I haven't purchased anything yet?
Yeah, so when does your Shakeology order go through?
I actually had it frozen because I already had some extra.
Okay.
So
until you personally sell $50 worth of something, or your Shakeology order goes through, it'll show you as inactive. Yeah, okay. So that's how you remain active again. So even thank you for bringing that up. Lisa, when you talked about your husband, in order to be active, if he's not going to drink Shakeology, or he doesn't want the protein shake or whatever, he could, if he sells $50 worth of something, that automatically makes him active. So again, you hit your Success Club 5, you sell a challenge pack under him, he's active.
Okay. So you're saying that I could like send links. Wait, would I have them sign up as a Beachbody coach, him being their coach?
Yeah, you can. You definitely can. And you just say, hey, my husband and I run this business together. I'll still be your coach and your mentor, but it's going to show that it's my husband, but don't worry, you're still with me. And that's how it is too. It's like, you know, again, they're signing up under him just for placement wise, but technically you'll be working with them and you'll be mentoring them or whatever the case may be.
Oh, so that's a way to get his active points.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, you can just send links through his Coach ID account and you'll be good there.
Okay. Wow. Awesome. Good thing I have a spouse. Good for
So
something.
Steve always says that. She's like, if I had a spouse, but she signed up her mom. And like, honestly, that's why my mom loves Shakeology. I have my mom, my aunts, everybody, and she's on a strong leg and my husband's on a weak leg. So if there's a way that you can like get on both sides, that would be good. Because at some point I'll want to build it for her and have her get that residual passive income as well.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, you really can't go wrong with whether or not they're placed on you're strong or you're weak. It's going to be beneficial anywhere you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Anyone else?
Just so you know, the preferred placement is not just not working for you. I tried to change mine right now and it's not. And it was the other night when we were talking and it's not now. So I don't know.
Maybe the system is down. I've never had that happen before.
Yeah.
But again, the best thing to do there is, let me just tell you this, is know where your next coach is going to go. So maybe you haven't been talking to anybody, coach prospects or whatever, but make sure that you have it set up before they do. Not that it's a hard thing to do, to email or whatever. It's just more steps. If you can just know, okay, I already know where my next coach, whoever that may be, I already know where they're going to go, have that set up. It's going to make your life easier than having to email coach relations, figure out what point you want them at. Always have it set up. Always, and go back in and check. Again, as your business grows, it starts getting kind of confusing, but just know we always want them on the outside of your graphical genealogy. Whether it's a strong leg or weak leg, you always want them on the outside. Anyone else?
This is awesome.
Yeah. Again, there's so much that goes into it, and if you get stuck, please reach out to us, because I know that it's confusing and it's like, oh, I don't know, and you don't want to mess up. And you probably will at some point. Hopefully not. I'm like, please don't make the mistakes I made. Let me help you help you do better. But yes, we are here if you have questions. There's tons of videos on YouTube. Honestly, they're super confusing to me. I tried to watch like a million when I first started. And when I first started, I was like, my brain is going to explode. I just don't understand. And as you get going in the business and you start having that team bonus cycle, it'll start to make more sense. But again, reach out to us because we will help you every step of the way that we can. All right. Well, that was kind of quick today, huh? Well, sort of-ish. Okay, well, if we don't have any other questions, that's all I have for Coach Placement. Again, reach out if you have any questions. And don't forget that our Push to Emerald and our Dash to Diamond starts tomorrow. I put a post in there. The links weren't working earlier because we had made the group secret, so note to self. Don't make groups secret, make them closed, because if they're secret, you can't get there. But the link should be working. Our goal is to help you advance in rank. So again, when we get you to Emerald, you can start making those team bonus cycles. If we can get you to Diamond, that's going to help you again get there. And don't worry, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know how it's going to happen. You know, I participated in a Push to Diamond group, and I think I had to add 6 coaches in like 4 weeks. And I was like, wow. And I actually had to buy into it. I had to pay $40 and there was a big pot. And I was like, well, here goes $40. I don't know how it's going to happen. And I literally did not know how it was going to happen, but never underestimate what's possible. So if you're like, God, I don't know, I just started, just go for it. We are going to give you the tools to help you get there faster than we did, because that's my goal. Like, I want you to become a diamond coach way faster than I did. But we will help you. We will give you like step-by-step, do this, and it'll help you get there. We promise we're going to be as helpful as possible, and you have the potential to have a $1,000 pot of money. How awesome is that, right before the holidays? That'd be awesome. So get in those groups, reach out to us if you have questions, and I hope you have a fabulous start to your week. Okay. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.